Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and it is hot outside. It is summer where I'm at anyway. It is time for campfires and summer camps and making s'mores and getting in trouble and having a readathon. So let's get to my TBR. That's right, I said readathon. It is the Smores and Mayhem summer middle grade read along that Outcast is putting on. It will run from, I believe, June 1st to June 8th. And we're just going to have a grand old time. The only rules for this are that your book has to take place with the main character either going away for the summer or going to summer camp. And of course, this is a middle grade readathon, so they must be middle grade books. I have a fairly large TBR, as you can see here. There's actually one book missing, so I will talk about that one first. So the first book that I have in my TBR that's here is the super special Babysitters Club, Babysitters on Board by Ann M. Martin. This is the first super special. I remember thinking this was so big when I was in like third grade and this came out. It is 229 pages. But the babysitters, Christy, Marianne, Stacy, Claudia, and Dawn, are going with some families from their hometown, and they're going a play ride to Florida, and then they're going to take a cruise or a boat trip around the Bahamas and come back for 3 days of fun in Disney World. So there's a whole bunch of adventures and all sorts of things, and I own a whole heap of bunch of Babysitter Club books, so I thought I would get back into them during this readathon. Next, I've got E.L. Koenigsberg's The Outcast of 19 Schuler Place. I don't know much about this book. I got it for like 50 cents or something like that from the library. They always have a set of books that they're selling kind of up by the front doors, and this was on there. I picked it up. It looked interesting. Basically, Margaret Rose Kane gets sent to summer camp because her parents went to Peru, but then her favorite uncle comes and picks her up from camp and allows her to spend the summer with them at 19 Schuler Place. And there are just all sorts of weird things going on. So I am excited to get started with that. Then we've got The Westing Game. And this is by Ellen Raskin, and this is a winner of a Newbery Medal. And basically, it sounds like the premise of like the movie Clue, the board game Clue, where this millionaire, Samuel W. Westing, has invited 16 people to his mansion, except he was murdered. But he invited 16 people to his mansion to hear the reading of his will. And now they have to figure out what is going on. And there's one last game that he wants to play. So it definitely sounds like the movie Clue with Tim Curry, which I love. So I'm all about that. I'm happy with it. Then I've got Wish in a Bottle. These three kids, Lainey and Mark, and the other one, I'm not too sure, Lori. There we go. Lainey, Mark, and Lori go to spend the summer at a cottage on Lincoln Lake, and they get a fairy. So the fairy is going to grant them wishes, I believe. This is by Morna MacLeod. It is a scholastic book of dubious age. And I got this one from the library sale as well. This is from 97, so it's not nearly as old as I thought it was, but there you go. And then I decided to take Deep and Dark and Dangerous and put it on my TBR as well because the main character, 13-year-old Allie, finds herself going to spend the summer with her Aunt Dulcie and babysit her cousin Emma, who is 5, while her aunt is doing artwork in kind of the converted shed. Allie and Emma will be exploring this lake and the cottage where their moms spent all of their summers. And when Allie finds a picture and kind of starts all of this, her mom flips out. It's a picture of Dulcie and her mom and some other girl, and the girl has been torn out except for like the side of her head and some hair and her arm around Dulcie. And her mom flips out, locks herself away for a couple of days, and so Allie gets really interested and kind of fixated on the lake and the cottage and trying to figure out who that might be. And when Dulcie offers to let her go, Allie is ecstatic, and her mom has anxiety attacks and doesn't talk to Allie for days and all of that jazz. But I actually did read the first 4 chapters before I decided to put this in the TBR. It will probably be the first book I pick up. And then finally, I have The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. This is the winner of the Andre Norton Award. And basically, September is a girl who wants to have adventure, and then a wind invites her to go to Fairyland, and she accepts. But then there are tasks for her to take care of and kind of to help the people in Fairyland when she gets there. At least that's what I think is going on. I haven't read it before, so we'll see what happens. And I thought, you know what? She goes to Fairyland. I bet that counts. So I threw it on my TBR pile. It's going to be one of the first books I read for the readathon, I think. I'm very excited to finally get to it. And that is my TBR. If you are not participating in the readathon, I would love for you to participate with us, and I know Outcast would as well. It is a week-long read of summer middle grades, and middle grades are a lot of fun. They tend to deal with difficult issues in ways that are easy for people to understand and to handle and digest. They're typically very well written. I hope all of these are well written. And they're just a lot of fun to read and get through, and it really boosts your Goodread number. So if you need a boost on your Goodreads number, this is the time to do it. Anyway, I will leave Acasa's video down below for you guys, and hopefully see you all during the readathon. Bye.